Welcome to SAGTL, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining. It is another week of brilliant racing that's laying ahead of us for the evening. This is race 3 in the gold division for LNR SAGTL, the South African Gran Turismo League. It's 2022 and it's season 1. Like I said, gold division race 3, and things are starting to heat up. Some good action happening from the previous inputs, from the previous races, and it's all going to boil down to this. This is the last race of the first stage. There are 9 races throughout the course of the season, 3 races, promo relegation. So unfortunately 2 teams after this race will be demoted to the silver pool, and then 2 silver teams will replace them that will be promoted for the first stage of 3 races. Then they'll have another 3 races to perhaps check if they can get back up, and that's going to be quite interesting. Qualifying is going to start in about 2 to 3 minutes. We just ran a little bit behind schedule. Quickly run through the team. As you can see here, it is KBR Varswater first, Dan the Man, iCarbons, Damien Biss, Vincent Proper, Drizzt, BGR, D-Man GT, KBR Richard, KBR Ghost, G-Man, KBR Wolfie, Vlakvark, and then DMRE Zivan. Things are hitting up quite brilliantly now. Unfortunately, I forgot to put in the points for this week, so I will be doing an update on that after the promo ready. Maybe do a special stream and get all of that sorted. Okay, so the gents are ready for qualifying. I think it'll be awesome to start. And then, yes, as I just wanted to say before we start qualifying, I want to say thank you to Zappa. That'll be great. Remember to go and support Zappa Revolution. They are Zappa Gaming. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, and then also I believe Instagram and Twitter, zappagaming.co.za. They are sponsoring a Gran Turismo 7 game, which I'll be playing the video with afterwards. So again, thank you very much. We'll quickly run through some of the driver profiles during the course of the qualifying. But yeah, without further ado, let us get this race going. Let's get the gents in qualifying and then started. Okay, just quickly resetting the track, resetting the times for everybody to get their nerves going, and then qualifying will start. Okay, I just need to write them again. Okay, let's get all this stuff on the road, and then we can quickly spectate and go through the drivers. Okay, so this is our current championship leader. This is KBR Varswater first. Quickly go through the driver profiles. KBR Varswater first will be close with Carbons. Let's go to Varswater first. Okay, KBR Varswater first, as you can see, is Ruben Forth in 1996, and he is currently leading the championship. Unfortunate event that happened to Zivan last week, quite clear in the lead, and then unfortunately had a disconnect, which sees him getting the last place points. Talking about that, that was quite the bad luck one. This is Zivan GT. As you can see, DMRE Zivan Nadalshkovic currently as well doing there. Then we have iCarbons, which is the driver, getting through. Having a look at KBR Ghost. Oh, Justin Johnson, born 1980. Also doing quite a solid season so far, quite a good start. Then we have KBR Vincent. The little youngster that has also been introduced, quite new to the game, so definitely a learning curve for him. Then we have Dan the Man. Mr. Daniel Popolka. And then all the other gents. We've got Vlakvark. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at the qualifying results and see how the qualifying will be going on. Gents are about to complete their first lap. Here's Mr. Varswatervis. Let's jump on board with the series leader at the moment. And he puts himself a solid 1:44.0. Great time. Let's have a look at the timings here quickly. He's driving the M6 Vulcanor, very great car on fuel. Richard currently in with Advantage. F-Type, this is the car mix. We've got the M6 Vulcanor, V12, the FT1 VGT, V12, the FT1 VGT, F-Type, FT1 V12, and then the M6 again. These guys are choosing, or did choose, their manufacturers, and it looks like a three-way split here between BMW, Toyota, as well as Jaguar and Aston Martin. So this is going to be quite interesting. Great throttle control, very smooth. Currently in Q2 is Zivan, Richard in Q3, Vitriolic Drizzt in Q4, Ghost in Q5, Carbons in Q6. Wolfie in Q1, Q7, KBR Vlakvark currently in Q8, G-Man in Q9, Vincent in Q10, Q11 is Damien Biss. Ooh, little slidey there on exit. Dan the Man currently hasn't set a time with the FT1, and then D-Man GT jumps him into Q6 with that lap time of 1:44.6. Varswatervis is about to get his second lap underway here. Let's see if he improves his time and get into the 43s. Okay, looks like they'll go to pits. This is where they want to change up a new set of tires with a little less fuel, makes the car a little bit lighter, maybe gain that 10th or 2. Should be incredibly close between some of these gents. Okay, so Zivan is also into the pits. Richard in Q3, Vitriolic still in Q4, Ghost is in Q5, D-Man jumped up to Q6 with a 1:44.694, Carbons with a 1:44.7, Wolfie with a 1:45.1. Definitely would like to improve on that. Vlakvark with a 1:45.1, Klopper with a 4. He hasn't set a time yet. He's still in his outlap. G-Man with 1:45.4, Vincent, Damien Biss also in his outlap, and then Dan the Man. Does not look like Dan has had a good run so far in qualifying. There's only 3.5 minutes left for qualifying to stop. Ooh, Carbons goes out wide. He's going to impede on the lap. Did he impede on the person behind him, which is currently in 13th. Did he impede on Vincent on his flyer? That's 12, Damien rather. Carbons did move out of the way for him. Luckily it's on his outlap, so this is going to be quite interesting. Guys, if you could guess the top 5 qualifiers for everybody that's watching, tell me what your guess is, what your predictions are for the top 6 qualifying here. Put down your predictions and let's see who is the most accurate. Okay, seems that things are starting to settle now. Varswatervis is currently on a lap. Zivan also on his last flying lap. A little bit slidey on the exit there. Okay guys, I'm just entering a slideshow here to the right. It doesn't seem that it went through there. So I'm quickly just going to be adjusting this to the right hand side. Give me a second. Apologies for that. Okay, Zivan seems to have gotten the pole position for this. Varswatervis with the 10th pound, he didn't improve on his quali time. Only 15 seconds to go. Nobody's going to be making another lap. That's brilliant. Okay, so currently in this position, let us get to the live timing. I need to quickly grab a screenshot of this. Go down as well for 13 and 14. We'll get the race started. Okay, so then we can go exit for tires. And it will be fastest first. And then bar sector 1, please. Okay, that should be interesting. Let's quickly have a look to see if that image slideshow properties. Okay, let's quickly have a look if it is going through on the stream. It doesn't seem that it is. Okay. The road will be passing sector 1. Once sector 1 has started, we may start the race. They're just waiting for one more car. This is going to be interesting. Pardon for the lack of slight communication. Just trying to set up something here. Just looks like it's not working. Okay, and that person is passed, so let the race commence. Okay, the final's going to begin. Good luck, boys. That's going to be incredibly cool. Ooh, and what a start from Zivan. Zivan is lagging all over the place. His internet connection is definitely going to be upsetting a few people. That is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Varswatervis is off in T1. Let's see if Varswatervis can recover from that. Zivan is also done Q14. I'm not sure what has happened here. Not sure what has happened here. That is very unfortunate. Looks like Zivan has left the room DC'd. Trying to have a look what's happening here. Guys, I'm not sure what's happening. Everything has just crashed. On the stream side has crashed. Everything has crashed. It looks like everything is online on my side. I can't see anything that's going on the stream though. I can just hear on the stream that everything is still active, and that is going to be extremely difficult for me to keep going with that. But let's quickly just run through it. It's KPR Reacher, Vitriolic Grizz, Dan the Man, D-Man GT, iCarbons, Vincent, Damien Biss, Varswatervis currently in P8, M Klopper, Ghost, Wolfie, Flogfrog, and G-Man, with Zivan having DC'd yet again. This season seems to be completely out of reach for him at the moment. It is going to be consolation fighting to see what will be happening. Very interesting to see what's going on here. I have no indication of what is going on with regards to the stream again, guys. As I said, unfortunate for Zivan. So Richard is pulling an excitingly and increasingly gap that's happening at the moment with Richard and Driz. The 4-second lead. Driz is on racing hards though. Only a 10th ahead of Dan the Man, who is on mediums. Dan the Man would like to make moves on that. That is definitely something that is going to keep him up. D-Man also in the mediums, trying to go on the outside. Danaman going slightly defensive, with Carbons going behind him on racing mediums. Gents, again, like I said, I apologize. A lot of things have just happened in the last 2-3 minutes with the stream going down on my end, but it seems that it's still live. So I'm just trying to regather everything. Damien Biss is second behind. Varswatervis now starting to catch up on his mediums. He's only a half a second behind Damien Biss in P6. M Klopper is in P7. KBR goes to P8 with 3.8 seconds. Vitriolic with a second behind. He's already done his pit stops for the hards on the racing soft tires now. This is going to be between 2 stoppers and 3 stoppers. A lot of people might do double soft stints with 1 medium and 1 hards. 23 laps. Others might do 1 stint on each and do a 2 stopper only. So this is going to be a 2 versus 3 stopper, and we will see what is going to be happening here. It will most likely be a 2 stopper, and let's quickly have a look at Richard is putting a slight gap ahead of Dan the Man. Both tires and fuel, as you can see, looks quite similar. Richard is keeping the name high. Danderman 6/10 ahead of D-Man GT is having a brilliant race at the moment with the M6 Valkenhorst. Look at that, Zappa Gaming, one of our sponsors, definitely being represented well here. iCarbons 730 behind D-Man GT. He's just lost the slipstream from D-Man GT. Damien Best is second behind iCarbons. Move from Vashwater Fist being made here. Trying to go on the inside. A little bit tail happy there. Definitely trying to get the power through on the end. Damien Best giving him slight time of day on the inside, giving him that position quite easily, not defending at all. It's all about the racing. Don't have always to have hard defense and stuff like that. He knows the contention for Vashwater Fist for the championship leading, and he's not going to destroy that racing. The race is with Danderman, and that's where the fun will lie. Don't always have to be super defensive for battling the position. Great stuff though. M Klopper 11 seconds behind. I believe he already... No, he didn't go for a pit stop. I'm not sure what happened with him on his outlap. Maybe had a spin-off. Vitriolic's also coming through now. KBR Ghost following shortly behind Vitriolic Drift. KBR Wolfie. But let's just jump to the front again. It seems that Richard is putting in quite decent pace here, pulling away from Danderman in Q2 currently. Danderman is running the FT1 Zivan space, and Vashwater pace would have been good. I'm not sure what happened on turn 1. I do believe it might have had a connection to the internet instability of Zivan, which meant that himself or Vashwater perhaps just collided a little bit, rather. D-Man GT seems to be back into the train. The slipstream of Danderman. Corbins has just lost the slip to D-Man GT. Vashwater is now on the slipstream of iCarbons. Definitely poised to make some moves here. Richard has just gone to a 145.7. Vitriolic with a 145.3 on his racing softs. Vashwater is on the tail of iCarbons. Let's see if Carbons will play the same role, being independent and in a team with D-Man GT, currently in 3rd and 4th respectively on this race. Also, I believe in 3rd or 4th position, had a good result last week. I do not think that Carbons or D-Man will make it as easy for Vashwater as what Damien Biz did. So I'm just going to keep it here. Jump onto Vashwater cockpit view. Just quickly have to get out here and jump back in. And then let's have a look to see what's going to happen here. There should be some exciting racing. As you can see, his lines are very well checked. Already on the rear end of Carbons. Only a 10th. Now the pressure and the real racing will start. This is absolutely brilliant. This makes racing fun. This action. Smooth on the throttle. It's very smooth on the throttle. A little bit of happiness on the exit there. These 3 M6s equally matched. Nice tail happy there. He's going to make a move on the inside. The slipstream should see him go for the lunge on the inside. Incredibly clean races, both of these gents. Corbins doesn't seem to be defending too hard. He's going to try to go for the cutback. He is not. He is not. Very close racing indeed. Nice move by Vashwater. Sticking on board here with him to see if he can get into the slipstream of D-Man GT. As you can see, Vitriolic Drift with the fastest lap of 44.9 on his racing softs. Okay, it seems that I'm back in action with the stream. There we go. I can see it again. Everything's in order. Now we can start praying again. Okay, so iCarbons 0.8 behind Vashwater and then D-Man GT Looks like Fishwaterfish is into the slipstream of D-Man GT. Dan the Man looks like to have put in a little bit of a gap between D-Man and himself, with the charge of Fishwaterfish coming through. Whoa, Fishwater just manages to catch that slide. Believe he is quite a lot to the rear with his brake bias. It does seem that he's quite a bit to the rear. Okay, looks like D-Man GT really nailed that last sector. Fishwaterfish with a 45.9 on his racing mediums. Okay, let's quickly jump back to see how everybody's doing. So D-Man, or Dan the Man, and Richard's gap has stayed 5.9 for the last 2, 3, 4 laps. D-Man GT with a second behind Dan the Man. Fishwater with 7 tenths behind D-Man. Carbon's 1.4 behind. 2.2 seconds for Damien Biss. Vitriolic 8 seconds behind in his racing softs currently. M. Klopper only 2 seconds behind. Vitriolic Driz, I don't think Klopper has stopped it. He does not seem that way. Doing a solid, consistent pace. Ghost 1.2 seconds behind Klopper, who's ahead of KBR Vincent by 3.4 seconds. Also does not seem that he has made a pit stop yet. He is on racing softs currently. Or perhaps he did do a pit stop between lap 1 and 2, judging by lap 2's out lap time. Then we've got Flakfar currently on the mediums, 1.8 seconds behind, and then G-Man, and then Wolfie seems to have made either a mistake or pitted on lap 5 with 9 seconds. I definitely think it's a small mistake there, so we will see what happens and how it goes. Back to the front, Fishwater is currently right on the rear of Fishwaterfish. Fishwaterfish is right on the rear of D-Man GT. Guys, what are your predictions for the podiums? Let's get it out here. Again, unfortunate what happened to Zivan. He will just have to race for pride over the next 6 races. It is very unfortunate. And also Fishwaterfish and Richard seems to have decent pace here. And the 2 top teams, unfortunately, with this happening now, leaves the second spot up for grabs this season, with Zivan getting another DC. Very, very unfortunate after having qualified in pole. Fishwaterfish now 3 tenths behind. Let's have a look at the tyre and fuel situations. As you can see, the tyre wear between and the fuel wear between Richard and Dan the Man are basically identical. D-Man GT, D-Man GT's fuel consumption is doing beautifully at the moment. Tyre wear, brilliant. Currently best of all. And then also, yes, looks like D-Man GT is in a solid position. Very great. Managing his pace brilliantly. Every season, every race I see him improve, and definitely some good results that will follow in the near future for D-Man GT. iCarbon's currently also on a similar level of tyres and fuel. Damien Biss, unfortunately, with a different car with FT1, slightly higher tyre wear. Vitriolic Driz as well, slightly using a lot more fuel. Klopper also doing quite well with tyres and fuel, as well as goes quite even. Vincent's using quite a bit of amount of fuel more. Youngster fueling quite lots, perhaps 7 or 8% more, currently using a lot more fuel. Flakfar, brilliant tyre and fuel. G-Man a lot better on fuel. And then Wolfie also doing quite average on that as well. So let's have a look. Fishwaterfish is now on the rear end of D-Man GT. Let's see if they can catch up. Looks like Dan the Man made a small mistake, because D-Man is quite closer to Dan the Man at the moment. And this 4/10 gap of 3.5, 3:44, 3/10 isn't going to be enough for him to make a move on the inside. Is D-Man going to defend on the inside? It does not seem that he will. Just a little bit out of reach. Just a little bit out of reach. Fishwater running a bit wide there. All these small mistakes making it a little bit more difficult for him. You might actually see one-stoppers here. People that will not even do the softs. Might just see racing mediums, racing hard, one-stoppers. Not sure why I confused it with the 2 and 3 instead of a 1 and 2s. Seems that'll be 1 and 2 stoppers competing, but I believe the 1 stoppers, Winston mediums, Winston hards, will work perfectly fine. Okay, back on the rear end of D-Man GT. D-Man GT's last sector seems to be very good. He does pull a gap there on Vashwatervis every single lap, which is great to see that. Vashwatervis going in quite early. That is a nail-biting pit stop every time. That wall is just tremendous. Let's see what Vashwatervis is going to be doing now. Compulsory lap or tires are at least 1 lap is on the mediums, 1 lap's on the hards. Softs are optional. You've got availability for all 3, so looks like it's going to his hard compound. Vincent might try and move on the inside. Let's see if he does. No, a little bit too far back. Now we'll see if Vashwatervis is going to do only 1 lap there and finish off with the softs. Not sure if anybody's trying the one-stopper. And just do mediums and hards, because the hards of the mediums tires looked significantly fine by laps 9 and 10. Richard with a significant gap currently at 6.4, only dropped 0.5 since the start of the stint with D-Man, or Dan the Man rather. I would have personally gone with the Toyota Supra around this track and not the FT1. However, they chose to use the FT1. D-Man GT now falling slightly behind. Maybe a little bit of pressure from Vashwatervis. iCarbon's 2.2 seconds behind D-Man GT. Shortly followed by Damien Biss, about 4.4 seconds adrift. Wonder if some of these gents will try the one-stopper. Most of them should probably do it. Then you've got Driz catching up quite fast. However, the tyre wear is starting to kick in at the moment. With Klopper behind, and somebody is off. Klopper is off. Klopper is off. Klopper is off. He needs to go around the racing line. He does give the G-Man space on the inside to pass. Klopper went off track. Very unfortunate. I believe that's his 2nd off, unless he puts at the end of lap 1. Vashwatervis only doing 1 lap on the hards, so now he will finish with the racing soft tires. So Vashwatervis is going for the 2-stopper. Tires and fuel between Danderman and Richard are very equal. iCarbon's only 3.1 seconds behind Danderman. D-Man GT seems to have gone into the pits. He is currently on racing hards. If he pits at the end of this lap, you know he's doing a 2-stopper. KBR Vincent is on his rear end with Rawarn racing softs, so might see the fresher hards be equal on pace to the racing softs. This is going to be interesting to see. I'd quickly like to stick it here for a few seconds. These 2 are the closest on track currently. Okay, looks like Richard Corbins and Danderman all going to the pits after 11 laps. Patrolic Driz So everybody settle off to the pits. Let's see where everybody has come out through the halfway point. We've got Driz 2 seconds ahead of Richard on his racing hards. Ghost is 4 seconds adrift on the medium, still probably has to do a stop. Vincent 4 seconds behind, 9/10 is Carbons to Vincent, 1 second behind is Danderman. Carbons fuel quite a little bit less than what Danderman did. Danderman looks like he had to top up fuel. Not sure if he topped up too much. I do believe he topped up quite a bit because he's further than halfway and he filled up more than half a tank. So this is going to be interesting to see. In this case, maybe overfueled. Lost position to Carbons due to that. That's about 2.5 seconds that he lost. Flock only 7/10 behind Danderman with G-Man 3.4 seconds, 1.82 Damien Biss, 7.82 Fudgewater Fist. He's already done his stop. He's getting some pressure from KBR Wolfie. Don't think there'll be too much fighting going on there. D-Man GT with 5 seconds behind, also on the racing soft tires, also did quite a bit of fuel, and then M Klopper as well on the racing softs. Now Richard is going in for his stopper. Okay, now everything, we'll see if it's settled or not. Okay, Danderman is on the racing hards. It does seem that Danderman's going to go for the one stopper. This is going to be interesting. Danderman is currently going for the one stopper. Richard and Fast. Looks like Fast has done a significant amount of catch-up work to Richard on the same strats. Fast has done beautifully with these fuel saving and tire management to have come back from that massive gap deficit. The pressure will be on Danderman. They've got about 10 laps to go to catch up, 10 seconds. However, by that amount of laps 8, 9 and 10, the softs would have significantly worn down. But let's see if they can catch up. They'll probably catch up here by lap 17, 18, and then it's going to all depend on how much racing soft tire wear they have left to be able to compete with the fresher racing hard tires with a longer lifespan. So that's going to be quite interesting. You'll definitely see this gap drop increasingly quick over the next few laps to Danderman GT, or Danderman rather. And then they'll see if the two-stopper will suffice here. Danderman at least will not have any traffic, but looks like the other gens are also traffic free apart from D-Man GT. Is currently trying to catch up to Ghost. Looks like Danderman will take the lead perhaps from Vitriolic Drizzt, who's going to have to fuel. And let's have a look how this is going to be going here. Okay, looks like Danderman also into the pits. I'm not sure why he didn't go for the one stopper though. That would have been very interesting to see. This means he's going to be way behind. Way behind. Not sure why he went so many laps on the racing odds. This is incredible. I'm not sure what happened there, why that happened, but he lost P2 all the way down to P7. I'm not sure what happened with that strategy. He should definitely have stuck to the one stopper. But now he's going to get swamped by a ton of people on his racing softs. And yeah, just not sure what happened there. Okay, looks like everything is settled. Yes, Danderman unfortunately destroyed his strategy. I think he forgot to pit, or he was doing a one-stop and tried to change it too late. That is just unfortunate. Yes, stage 1 definitely belongs to KBR, Richard and Varswatervis. We've got Vitriolic Driz currently in Q3, or P3 rather, on the racing medium tyres. With Ghost behind him on the racing soft, 1.7 seconds. He should catch up to Vitriolic Driz quite soon, if he does so at all. Carbons 7 seconds behind Ghost. D-Man GT 1.2 tenths, then Flakvark and Danaman all within reach of one another. Okay, KBR Richard will flash for the first with the new fastest lap of 144.3. He did that earlier though. So this is going to be interesting to see what will happen here. Richard's tyres are slightly fresher, having pitted a lap or two later. Okay, looks like Richard starting to form a gap with Ghost filling up the podium. Charlie Grizz is on mediums. Looks like Ghost did catch up. If Ghost's tyres hold up, he might continue to get the slope. High carbons from Vitriolic is about 7 seconds. BGR D-Man GT with P6. This seems like an interesting race that might happen here with between himself and Flakvark with slightly fresher softs on. Danderman 1.8 seconds behind, with G-Man trailing only half a second behind him as well. About 8 laps to go, 7 of this. Great for Dan, 45.3, pull the gap on that last sector to G-Man. Flakvark and iCarbon's having a battle here. There's definitely something we want to watch. Ooh, D-Man getting a little bit tail happy there on the exit. Currently the closest battle is what we have right here. Okay, what a nice view. Train of cars. Flakvark, Carbons, D-Man, Danderman all in a single file. This pack here is definitely going to be very close towards the end of the race. It'll definitely get interesting. D-Man is keeping the pressure to Flakvark. Vitriolic Driz just ahead. Or Carbons rather. Great stuff. So we've got Carbons running here on his own. 5.5 seconds between Vitrolic Driz. Driz 1.7 seconds behind Ghost. Ghost with the racing softs. 5.8 between Varswatervis and 1.3 to the leader currently in Richard. Also KBR Ghost with the current fastest lap. Okay, let's jump back to the action. D-Man and Flockvark are having a scrap at it. This is allowing Dan the Man to catch up to these two. D-Man, Dan the Man just pointing his nose to D-Man. Not sure what happened to D-Man, he's lost about a second. To Flockvark, he was right on his tail. Okay, this seems that it might get quite intense. We've got some battling at the back here going on as well. Damien Biss on the rear end of Vincent currently. Having a look at the minimap, definitely will jump to the action. Okay, Damien Biss on the inside with M. Klopper on his rear with Vincent. Ooh, Damien Biss just not close enough to make the gap. Let's have a look to the front here to see what's going to happen. I believe we've got some racing going on here as well. Also, 3 stack cars. D-Man GT seems to have made the move on Flockvark. Got himself out of reach of Dan the Man. Ooh, Flockvark having quite a spin there on the exit. This is allowing G-Man to catch up. This is exciting racing, gentlemen. Mid-pack battles are going on heavily. This racing is going to be intense. Ghost currently in Q3, seems to be pulling quite a significant gap on Vitriolic. Carbon's catching up to Vitriolic on his racing softs. D-Man with the battles going at gave Carbon's a little bit of breathing room. Flockvark and Dan the Man now also within half a second respectively of each other. Let's have a look at Vincent, Damien Biss and M. Klopper. Damien's going to have a spin on exit there, cut the corner. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, another spin. That tires. He's got damage on the front, unfortunately. Okay, so back to Richard and Varswatervis. KBR Ghost. Vitrolic Driz, Carbons 3.2, D-Man, Flockvark and Dan the Man. Looks like Dan the Man has fallen back slightly. Brilliant racing going on currently with just about 3.5 laps to go. being dominated currently by Richard and Varswatervis. KBR Wolf in 11th, Damien on 12th with an unfortunate spin. Klopper in 13th. Oh, looks like he wins on his hard tires now. Ghost seems to be quite in check for the podium, final podium spot here. Brilliant racing from KBR this season. And also Corbins and D-Man GT getting solid results back-to-back races. Not over yet because Flockfork is still putting some pressure on a D-Man GT. However, the DMR boys currently not 100% on form. However, this is racing. He who puts in the time, he who keeps it consistent, does get rewarded. Okay, looks like there is 3 laps left, 2.5 rather. Looks like things have settled. I'm going to keep it to the action here. This is where it's going to lie. The 3 closest races currently battling for P5 between Corbins, D-Man, Flockvark. Oh, sorry, D-Man, Flockvark, Daneman, and then G-Man just trailing behind, as you can see there in the background. Okay, it is heating up. D-Man has made a little bit of a gap further away. Oh, it looks like Farquhar is back into it, even with that little spinny from him on the exit. Strange to not have seen 43s here from the gents for racing. Okay. Daneman with 310s behind. Seems like gap is inevitable. The Jag is off fast on the straight, so even in slipstream he should not be able to get that done. It is the final lap. Brilliant racing from the boys again today. A lot of incidents that's happening. KBR taking the cake currently with this race. Let me not do a commentator's curse, however. But they are currently dominating. We'll just sit through with these two. Looks like there is quite a battle going on here by Daneman and Flockvark. Let's have a look here. They should jump to the leaders now, shortly before they cross the line. Okay, Richard has crossed the line. KBR goes with 7 seconds behind. Another victory for the team there. Goes with 7 seconds behind. Vitriolic has got 4 seconds. Great racing from him currently. Corbins with 1.7 seconds. Really caught up brilliantly. D-Man, GT, Vlakvark, and then Daniman bumper to bumper with G-Man 3 seconds behind. Further down will be KBR Vincent with 7.3 seconds down the line. 30 seconds behind the winners. Wolfie 3 seconds behind that, and then massive distance between Damien Biss and Klopper to the front running teams. I believe both of these had offs. Definitely a round that they would have liked to put behind them, dust off the dirt and get back or come back stronger next week. Not a good performance from these two, usually very consistently together. M. Klopper, however, still an academy racer, so brilliantly done there. Damien Biss crosses the line about a minute behind, and then you've got M. Klopper, whose current is 1 minute 11 seconds behind. He'll be finishing the grid order. Unfortunate for Zivan, who had a disconnect again. And that concludes the race, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see there, KBR Richard, Varswatervis Ghost. Brilliant racing from the gents yet again from both Richard and Varswatervis. Victory going to Richard today. Raised 3 positions in this race today. Brilliant racing. Let's get the race results in order. Just quickly want to take a screenshot of this. Get down as well so we can send this to the race admin for capturing. Just save the replays, please, boys. Brilliantly done. As you can see there, that is the race results. Richard Varswatervis, Ghost, Drizzt, Corbins, D-Man, GT, Vlakvark, Danderman, KBR G-Man, Vincent, Wolfie, Damien Biss, and then counting it out with M. Klopper. KBR goes with the F-Type GR3 with the fastest lap on his racing salts, 144.3. Gents, again, I'd like to say that our one of the raffle sponsors are from Zappa. Like I said before, that please go and support them, rather, zappagaming.coza. They have a few Facebook pages actually as well, and this is the game that they'll be sponsoring. So quickly have a look at Gran Turismo 7, because that is the game that they'll be sponsoring. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. That is it from myself, Dino. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch up with you next week. Please ensure to like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao, ciao.
プレイステーション